Good evening, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful night or day, depending on where you live at. And tonight, Danny wants to come for my nectar, and I'm not gonna allow that. Sorry, Danny, it's mine. You gotta buy yours. So yeah, tonight we're gonna review some D&D subclasses, homebrew content stuff, and hopefully we are gonna have a very enjoyable time. Let me put some music in because it's really silent without anything playing on the background. Just give me one sec. Stream music. Let's go with this. This is a good track. Anyway, so yeah. If you guys have played D&D, then you might understand everything that's going on here. But if you don't, basically, a quick run out. In D&D, you are able to choose a class or a job, if you wanna call it that. You can see them on the right side. There's Ranger, Rogue, Sorcerer, Barbarian, and many others. And from those classes, you also have a subclass, which means you get some sort of specialization. You could become a ranger who's more focused on hunting creatures or stalking monsters in the night or something like that. And we are gonna review some of those subclasses in homebrew content. Homebrew basically means that it is made by the community, different people. It is not officially published works, but you can add it to your games if you feel spicy about them. And with that out of the way, I forgot to mention, hey Danny, welcome to the stream. Hey Popohoho, welcome to the stream. I love your content. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey Tora, welcome to the stream. Playing Cuphead right now. Nice. I hope you are having a lot of fun with that game. I heard it's pretty good. Otaku Junior, buena señorita. Jidori, jaja, ¿cómo está señorita? Muy bien, aquí andamos en el show de la noche. Esperemos sea divertido. Alright, let's give this a shot. Okay, let's start with Wolfpack Hunter. As you can see right here, it has an amazing rating of minus 145 points, which means it's gonna be amazing. ¿Qué juego le encantaría jugar hoy? Hoy no voy a jugar juego, hoy voy a hacer review de subclases de Dungeons and Dragons. Vamos a ver el contenido hecho para todas las edades y para los no tan todas las edades. Alright, Wolfpack Hunter, base class Ranger. What do you get if you choose to become this class? You get a noisy car outside, but also you get the amazing ability of Wolf Cub. At third level, a wolf decides to come along for the journey that you are taking. That's it, you have a companion wolf. You don't get any special stats, nor how do you control this creature or if you can do anything with it. It's just a wolf that decides to tag along with you and your party. Amazing! Wolf's Bite. At 7th level, your melee basic attacks do 1d20 damage. Alright, you play a melee ranger. It only says you do 1d20 no matter what weapon you're using, no matter if you're doing unarmed things. As long as you're using melee basic attacks, you are gonna be dealing all the time 1d20. Just damage. No slashing, no piercing, no magical, it's just damage. Wolf Brother, your Wolf Cub may get a big run. Let's see, at 11th level you deal 50 or more damage with a melee basic attack. Your wolf can make a melee basic attack against the target. Alright. You might wanna see what kind of wolf you get or if the wolf scales or something, unless we're using the standard array of the wolf. But sure, your wolf also makes an attack if you deal more 15 or more damage. Which is gonna happen only 1/4 of the time according to statistics. Ascension. At 15th level, you gain one of the following features of your choice. You wear the armor of the wolf, which gives you a +5 to AC. It's just a +5, just standard AC. I guess you wear your wolf around you or something. It says you only wear armor of the wolf. Wolf's fangs. Your arrows and blades are made from the teeth of your family of wolves. That's it. There's no change to stats or anything. It's just made of wolf. Why would you take this over the wolf's coat? I have no idea, but yeah, it is there. Amazing class. Let's take a look at something worse. It is called the Jidori Samurai. We already have a samurai for the fighter, I think. But let's take a look at this one. Base class Rogue. I mean, maybe a ninja would fit better, but I am not making the subclass, so let's see. Followers of the Samkuro. Samurai follow codes of stealth. The Samkuro isolate their home island called Mojotoji and their massive Japanese-style home. Ooh. Interesting. Death attack. Double your sneak attack at 3rd, 6th, 9th, 12th, 15th, 18th, and 20th. Alright, you're gonna be doing insanely massive first stealth attack damage. You're just gonna stab anything and destroy it right away. Absolutely balanced. I like this. Samurai increase. Choose one type of damage. Add 3 to 6 of whatever damage you choose to any you ever make. You can bypass basically any resistance with this skill. Also, it doesn't say at what level you get this. You just get it right away. Add 3d6 to any attack. Every time you attack, you're gonna be doing 3d6 plus your sneak attack. And you can make the damage whatever you want. That's absolutely not broken at all. That seems balanced. Absolutely amazing. I love it. Samkuro Loyalty. Call upon 10 samurais. Their HP 50, their AC is 16. Their weapon are a katana, a longbow, and 2 daggers. They are all drow. Okay, no matter what race you choose or what your background is, they are just gonna be drow. Amazing. And you get 10 samurais right away, level 1, because it doesn't say you get them at any other level. Sweep of the Dragon. This may be also broken as well, but let's see. The powers of the Sankuro are unleashed within you. A Chinese-style dragon bursts from the ground and eats you. And eats you? Why would I want to be eaten? Okay, you are now that dragon. Okay, if you get eaten by a dragon, you become the dragon. That's how it works. Absolutely. After 7 hours in this form, the dragon lands at the nearest land and fades into you. But I became the dragon. How is it? Okay. Yeah, I guess. In this form, your HP 150, your AC is 18, your flying speed is 140, your ground speed is 15. Okay, there's no point in being on the ground if you're just gonna have a ton of speed flying, but okay. Your attacks are fire breath, which does 5d6 times 6. Yep, absolutely not broken at all. Your attack is a tail whip, which does 10d6. Final breath. Ooh, spicy. Your HP increased by 100 and your AC is now 20. And any attacks you make become 30d6 plus sneak attack. Yeah, again, no level restriction here. The only one that has a level stated is that attack. Which will double your sneak attack every single level, and again you get a 36 plus sneak attack any attack you make, so that's just gonna stab the wall and destroy it right away. Cool class, I love it. Don't forget to add it to your games. You're gonna have a great time. Sumer. I'm gonna click it, I don't want it to expand. Base class Rogue. The Sumer is the most agile archetype from Rogue. Also is those kids that are not boomers but zoomers. It can take fast and high dashes and jumps. And jumps. Climb and swim very fast. Convenient, no? Absolutely sounds great. Who doesn't like to swim very fast? Speed boost. At third level, you have your speed doubled. Whenever you grow up 2 levels, add 1 dexterity ability point. Alright. So you're gonna get plus 10 dexterity at level 20. But absolutely free. Okay. You have advantage in any dexterity rolls involving acrobatics and strength rolls involving athletics. Not involving, involving. Keep that in mind. Speed of Thunder. At 9th level up, as a bonus action, you can run into your opponent and cause 1d4 damage without attack roll. After this, you return to your original position before the bonus action. Okay, that's very lackluster compared to the speed boost. Because all you do is basically slam yourself for 1d4, I assume, bashing damage. And then you just go back. It is what it is. Some skills are not that good for vanilla classes anyway. Extra attack. In the 3rd level, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action in your turn. I'm pretty sure you get this from your standard class at a like 4th level, I think, or 5th level. Anyway, you get to attack twice instead of once. Way later in the game. Speed Aura. At 17th level, you exhale an aura. You exhale it. It's just not on all the time around you. You exhale it. You double your ally's speed in an area of 90 feet and gives advantage in rolls of athletics and acrobatics. Okay, 90 feet is a pretty huge area, and athletics and acrobatics seems fine because you can kind of help your entire party who are not that skilled in those skills. So great skill, just absolutely late. Summer is kind of lackluster, but I love it. It's every single class in this. Anyway, God Fallen. Base class is Sorcerer. Ooh. You get some amazing skills like True Passion. At first level, you feel your body move before your mind does. You can fight with anything you can get your hand. There's no restrictions here, so if I grab a boulder, can I use it to slam it into someone? Can I take out a tree out of its roots and use it to bash an ogre? Can I pick my barbarian friend and just swing him around? What if I pick the big bad evil guy? Can I swing him? That seems pretty useful in many ways. Hey, let's look at some OP spells. Tonight is not gonna be spells, it's gonna be subclasses. We are looking at the God Fallen from Sorcerer. And already True Passion seems absolutely broken because it has no restrictions. Anyway, Foresight. At first level you can add 2 to your dex roll. Alright. I won't complain about having a +2 on in every single dex roll I make. Blade Lock. At 5th level, you have an ability to stun to stun an opponent for as long as you lock blades. Okay, but what if I don't have blades? You gotta have blades then to use this. Also, how am I stunning someone with blades? Am I just smashing them with the hilt of the blade? Or okay, it is what it is. I don't know what that has to do with God Fallen, but sure. Spell Mash. At 10th level, you can fire all used and unused spells in one turn, hitting one or more opponents. Wait. If I have already used this, does that mean I can just cast them again? Let's see, if I cast already a fireball, can I just recast it along with all my other spells? All in the same turn? It doesn't specify. Also, it doesn't say if it has restrictions on concentration or anything. You can just use all. What is this? It is the best class ever, the God Fallen. Okay, let me scroll this up. God Fallen, there you go. Soul Warp. At 20th level, you are able to teleport from place to place, giving you a jump on the enemy. No restrictions here. I guess you can use this willingly as many times as you want. Doesn't say... Well, it says on the enemies, so I guess it only works in battle against someone aggressive. There's also 2 versions here. It's amazing. I love the comments here. True Passion is probably not the right name. Foresight, whatever. Blade Locks has no mechanical condition, meaning it's most likely up to the DM when you lock blades with an opponent. Yep, that's what I kind of thought. Nothing personal, kid. That should be called... That should be the new name of that skill, actually. That sounds way better. Spell Mash lets you fire all used spells, which is basically infinite spell slots. Yeah! There's no limitation there. You spend them all, you can just recast them next turn. Soul Warp is way too weak for a level 20 ability. I mean, it doesn't say it needs a bonus action or an action. It just happens, so I'm gonna assume it's just willingly. And Willing Warp is pretty good. Absolutely balanced, I love it. Oof! This is a one for the Barbarian. It's called Barbarian, Master of Anything. Class Barbarian, Master of Anything. Guess what that means? Literally anything. You can learn anything you want, fam. Thank you. You can learn anything. Absolutely anything. First skill we get at 3rd level is Let's Learn Some Stuff. You gain 2 skill proficiencies and 1 expertise. Proficiency with any weapon. I mean, being a barbarian, you actually have some expertise in certain weapons already, I think. I guess if you wanna become a ranged barbarian, this may be an option. At 6th level, you gain, again, I don't know why would you want that, but sure. At 6th level, another weapon proficiency as well as an expertise. You gain proficiency in heavy armor. Call this sort of modeling that anyone is learning, yeah. Why is this barbarian not paying for its education? What is this? Why? Okay, you want proficiency in a weapon and you want a heavy armor. Isn't it better to just multiclass? Just saying. If you multiclass for heavy armor, you can go that route. And you don't have to wait until 6th level to just get that. Let's learn even more stuff. At 10th level, you gain 2 more skill proficiencies as well as 2 expertise. 2 weapon proficiencies and an expertise. Again, by this level, you're gonna actually already be focusing on 1 or 2 weapons. You don't need to have 4 weapon proficiencies if you're not gonna use them all. It is a waste of actual useful skills. Just play fire if you want to use heavy armor and heavy weapon. Yeah, you can use multiclass. If you want to keep being a barbarian and want some armor, just multiclass to fighter. Let's learn even more things. At least I love the names they gave to the milestones of this subclass. At 14th level, you gain expertise in 2 skills, 2 weapons, expertise in any armor. You already got expertise in heavy armor, so why would you want another one? I don't know, but that's how it is. If you wanna learn stuff, pick this class. Hey Gerardo, welcome to the stream. Maybe if you were to play some sort of character like Bruce Banner the Hulk, that he's a master genius and learns a lot of things? Sure, pick that. Anyway, let's pick something more interesting. This is the psychopath. Not to mention that barbarians get an armor bonus when they don't have armor on naked. Yeah. You already get that, and you rage to only take half damage anyway. Again, you could play an armored barbarian. I have no issue with that. But you're already pretty resilient the way you are. Anyway, psychopath, base class fighter. Being a psychopath requires a player to willingly let their characters slip in the realm of madness in order to defeat creatures and foes. With each blow you do, you can lose your sanity to increase damage output and deal interesting effects. Ooh, that sounds spicy. We got a maddening. When you choose this archetype at level 3rd, and you gain 2 sanity points. When you spend sanity points, you lose 1 point from your wisdom score for each point used. You're gonna spend sanity points and wisdom score per long rest. That doesn't sound good. Someone here likes to plate armor. Yeah, play safe. Play absolutely tanky barbarian. Anyway, sanity is fading. Also, 3rd level, as a bonus action, you can spend 1 sanity point to gain advantage on your next attack roll. I guess this is fine-ish. If you're sure you're not gonna need your wisdom saving throws at all. But just to get one advantage attack is not worth it, in my opinion. Let's see, as a barbarian, you can get more stuff than this already by raging and reckless attacking. Precise slash. At level 7, you get a slash die, 1d6. When you make an attack with a finesse weapon and the attack hits, you can spend 2 sanity points to roll this die. I was wondering how many sanity points do we get per each level, but it seems we only get 2 at all levels. If you guys spend 2 sanity points to roll the die, the result on the die allows certain effect to take place. Refer to the table below. 1 or 2, the target takes 2 slashing damage. That's not worthy, I guess. Target takes 3 slashing damage and is fine of you. Okay, that may be interesting. The target takes 4 slashing damage and is considered bleeding and takes 1d4 bleeding and damage every time it takes damage. I mean, out of all those, I think Frightened is the best one because that means the opponent won't be attacking you next turn because they're gonna be frightened of you and they're gonna run away. But if you're taking this class, wouldn't you prefer to be a battle master? You get the maneuvers, and maneuvers seem more useful than this. This is just bonus damage, which is not bad to do bonus damage, but the effects are pretty lackluster. Psychotic Laughter. At 15th level, you can spend 2 sanity points to make one creature who can hear and see you within 10 feet make a wisdom saving throw versus DC plus charisma modifier plus proficiency bonus. Okay, there's an issue here because fighters don't usually build charisma. And at 15th level, everyone is just gonna have enough wisdom against your DC stuff. On a fail save, the target becomes frightened of you. You can choose to spend an additional sanity point to amplify the effects of this ability. Yeah, frightened at that level is gonna be pretty useless. Yeah, Battle Master just sounds more versatile. This just seems situational at best. Yeah. Amplify. By spending an additional sanity point, you can force the target to make an additional wisdom saving But you only get 2 sanity points. You don't mention anything here that actually says that you get more sanity points the more you level up. If the target fails, roll a d100 and inflict short-term madness on the target. Refer to the short-term madness table for effects. Alright, there's no table here to make sure what that means, so yeah. Yeah, you don't wanna use this at all because frightened condition at this level, most enemies are gonna be immune to that. Completely mad at 17th level, when your hit points reach 0, you do not fall unconscious. Instead, you fall prone and reduce your current wisdom ability score to 0 and add it to your hit points. Let's say we have 10. 10 ability score, we get only 10 hit points back. No, not good. If you take any damage in this time, you permanently lose that number from your wisdom score. So if you take damage, and wait, you stand back up. You have like 10 hit points. And then if you lose those hit points, your wisdom score becomes 0 permanently. This is a very awful one-up. At the end of each of those turns, you must make a Constitution saving throw, DC 15 or far unconscious, and fail one death saving throw. No. You had maybe an interesting concept here, but the execution is terrible. I love it. Okay, we have a Druid next, and it is the Acolyte of Death. I'm liking this. Base class Druid, this subclass is granted to those who pledge their souls to the Goddess of Death. Grants the Hands of Death Homebrew. What's the Hands of Death Homebrew? It sounds like a fight for your life thing from Borderlands. Not as cool or even useful, just play a Barbarian Battlemaster in multiclass, yeah. If you wanna a one-up, play half orc or an orc. You get one up and you do not lose any wisdom permanently. Anyway, bonus cantrip. When you choose this circle at 2nd level, you learn one additional druid cantrip of your choice. Alright, that's nice, I guess. Hand of Death. Unlock the Hand of Death spell. Power increase. Your character has gotten stronger. Proficiency in athletics. And faster increase in dex. And a smarter increase in wisdom. How much does that increase? It doesn't say. But you get a power increase. Nice. Let's try. You get not much until 6th level. If you're willing to wait for this subclass to give you something, you're not gonna get anything. Until 6th level, where you move through non-magical difficulty terrain costs you no extra movement. You can also pass through non-magical plants without being slowed by them and without taking damage from them if they have thorns, spines, or similar hazard. In addition, you have advantage on saving throws against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement, such those created by the Entangle spell. So this is a very situational skill where it requires you to be around plants that slow you down. Otherwise, this doesn't work at all. But if you're in a dungeon and it doesn't have plants, it doesn't do anything. Nature's Ward. When you reach 10th level, you can't be charmed or frightened by elementals or fey, and you're immune to poison and disease. To be fair, this is not that bad. Immunity is always welcomed. Especially poison, which is pretty common. Sure, I'll take it. It's usually a good thing, but I don't know if it's worth the wait until 10th level. Nature Sanctuary. When you reach 14th level, creatures of the natural world sense your connection with natural world. I'm assuming it's flora and fauna. Oh, okay. Sense your connection to nature and become hesitant to attack you. When a beast or plant creature attacks you, the creature must make a wisdom saving throw or against your druid spell save DC. On a failed save, the creature must choose a different target or the attack automatically misses. On a successful save, the creature is immune to this effect for 24 hours. Again, pretty lackluster. And very situational because they gotta be beasts or plants in order for this skill to work. Could be better, to be honest. Also, what does Hand of Death do? You just get it and that's it. It has absolutely nothing to do with this class. It says Acolyte of Death, and it has to do with passing through plants and animals not attacking you. Not much deadly skills or anything going on. Fun! If you wanna handicap yourself, pick the Acolyte of Death. It will be a great challenge. In any case, if you wanna challenge, play the Bare Fist Juggernaut Barbarian. Let's take a look. It takes a certain type of warrior to look upon a fully armored enemy and think, I wanna punch that thing to death. Those who chose this class use their brawn and might over their brain and intelligence. I mean, that's pretty much any barbarian anyway. But sure, let's take a look. Your hit die is 1d12. Abilities: Strength +3, Intelligence -3, Constitution +1, Wisdom -2. Is this a build or is this telling me modifiers that I get by picking this? Because it is modifiers. Okay, you get more strength right away and you become dumb. Sturdy build. Your body has been tested and pushed to the utmost limits of physical power. You have a natural AC of 10 plus your cold modifier plus your strength modifier up to a maximum of 18. Just play monk or axe or for fist weapons as a barbarian. Idiot. Wait, they are getting something here. What if? Okay, natural, you get a pretty sturdy build right away if this is first level, so you're not gonna be making a lot of magical saving throws, but you are gonna be pretty sturdy for sure. Natural born tag. Starting at 4th level, you gain resistance to one type of damage of your choice. Now, once more at level 12, as a bonus action, you can try to completely negate damage with a 50% chance. On a fail, you take twice as much. That's a terrible chance because 50% chance is absolutely nothing. This is even worse than the. This is a very much worse evasion rogue skill. You get a resistance at level 4, so that's something. Then again, you're a barbarian, so you're already pretty resilient anyway. Fist of the Elements. Starting at level 6, you have the option to choose an elemental affinity. In exchange for cutting the base damage done by your melee attacks, you can add 1d6 of your chosen element per level. Level 7 would be blah 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 blah. Level 14 will be blah 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 blah. I don't know. Punching with elements seems interesting in theory, but no, I think you're better just picking anything else. Luck or skill. Starting at level 10, you can roll a 1d12 and do that elemental damage instead of your chosen type. This erases your chosen element and you must use the random element. Alright, I get it. Your affinity just switches into whatever other thing you're gonna deal more damage. Void. Life. Okay, life roll damage. Heal the creature for that many hit points instead of damaging, regardless of friend or foe. Void rolls damage as normal. The attack does plus by 2 damage. Interesting. But no, just getting this randomness sounds like a wild magic something. Just play wild magic barbarian. If you want some randomness. Just like with the theme about magic items that can do this for you. Sure, you can do that. Strike Protector. Starting at level 6, bonus action rate. This skill was at level 10. Now we're back at level 6. As bonus action, you can jump in front of an ally about to take damage and take the damage in their place. There's no range here, so if your wizard is at the 12th floor of a tower and he's about to be hit by a lightning bolt or something, you can use this to teleport right in front of them, take the damage. You know what, this has some pretty funny applications then. What if your Shadow Monk teleports inside a tower and he's hidden in the shadows and then he stabs himself with a dagger? You can use Strike Protector to bonus jump action to teleport right into where they are and take the dagger damage. Because you're about to take all the damage they take in their place. There's no restrictions here. Alright. That's the only cool thing. And very broken, by the way. The rest of the kit is pretty stupid, but sure. Grappler backing. Starting at level 10, you can add your proficiency bonus to grapple rolls. Also, enemies are grappled, but you have disadvantage on escaping. Nah, I don't know why you need this at level 10, if you're just gonna use it to grapple people. Sure, broken defense, starting at level 14, whilst grappled, the enemy cannot defend. Therefore, outside attacks do maximum damage to both the enemy and the player. That sounds broken AF, yeah. It is super teleport for your barbarian. That's super fun. And the broken defense is pretty dumb because you and your target are gonna get damaged. You take maximum damage, it says. Crushing Grip, starting level 12, you can attempt to crush an opponent you have grappled. You both roll, the highest roll wins. On a fail, the creature takes 6d10 bludgeoning damage. On a pass, the creature is freed. Okay. What if I am fighting a dragon? What if I just grapple their leg and just crush it with this skill? Can I do that? Is there any size restriction? Not a place fit to die in. Starting level 18, once per long rest, you fall below 0 HP, you instead ignore that and gain your maximum HP. Fighting on for 1d4 rounds. After those 1d4 rounds have passed, you collapse, falling to death saves instantly. If it is not a place fit to die in, why am I having 2 death saves instantly? No, this feature is only taken at level 18 due to the restrictions was set to 14, but it's only truly getting at level 18. Yeah, I know it's level 18 because you say there it is level 18. Heavy-handed. Starting level 1, why is this at this point? I have no idea. Starting level 1, you have no proficiency in any weapons, nor can you wield any shield or other tool. But any unarmed attack do 1d8 base plus 1d8 per every level. Level 5 increases to 1d10, level 12 is 1d12, level 20 is 1d20. That's pretty bad. Level 3 would be 3d8 plus 1d8. You only had 1 die, apparently. Considering the elemental thing, I don't want to do math, but this is pretty not good. You can't even take feats that require weapons to use. Lead-footed. Within even level 6, you can choose to do a kick on the same damage as a punch, with the added effect of a 30% chance to knock the enemy prone. On a fail, the opponent gets an opportunity attack. I mean, you fail with a 30%. These rates are pretty low. You are gonna get super damage a lot. Alright, you wanna be a masochist and you play the Barefist Juggernaut. Fun stuff. Oh, Sorcerer has this class called Phoenix Mage. This looks promising. Okay, you are an elemental mage. Your attacks are fire even though it may not burn. Your element decides the color and effect of your Phoenix Fire. But if it's fire, why do I get to decide the element? Anyway, Phoenix Force. You have access to the power of the Phoenix Force. Your spells are based in fire, however, your element decides the color and effect of the flame. This class is only available to an elemental Nephilim. Okay, you are already restricted by this. Your element is created into the flame and your effect is unique. Back to the Phoenix has granted you power. You are a master at your element. The energy of your element is the force of your power and a skill. This don't give any mechanical features. It's just flashy flames. Order of the Phoenix. You have become a member of the Order of the Phoenix. Welcome to Harry Potter universe. You are not a Phoenix Lord. Ooh. All the powers you have is that of your element and the power of your Phoenix friend. Oh, we're friends. High Phoenix Lord. You now possess the power of the Phoenix Lord, the highest level of Phoenix Mage, and command limitless power. This is basically you joining a club and they give you a stupid title. No, this is like getting a job and you are called like Vice President General Manager, but it is just a title in name and it does nothing. You heard of a freezer burn and rope burn? Stop being fun. Oh, that is true. But yeah, this is just a flavor colors for your sorcerer. It has no mechanical attributes at all. We need more info! What does it do? Why is it Harry Potter? Good comments. Okay, next up is the Gunslinger Fighter. No, I wanna click it. Thank you. You have mastered the art of using a gun in close quarters and are able to use your guns in ways that others could not. You have grown accustomed to using shotguns and pistols in tight places. Close quarters combatant experts prefer to be at the front line of combat, dealing damage and taking hits in place of other teammates. You have a gun. Why do you want to be in close range if you have the advantage of range? Alright, let's see if it actually adds anything fun. Heavy blow. Starting at 0th level, you are able to use your gun in more ways than to just shoot someone. You can use your gun as a melee weapon if a target is within 5 feet of you, dealing 1d6 pistol or 1d10 shotgun plus your strength modifier bludgeoning damage to one target. This ability is used as a bonus action. Okay, this is interesting because you get an extra attack basically as a bonus action every turn at 3rd level. It is not massive damage, but it is damage that adds up. Shotguns don't have much range. Trust me, I played Destiny 2. Well, yeah, that is true. But if you're playing with a gun, then yeah, maybe better just to stay at range. Open Sesame. Starting at 3rd level, you are able to break locks with a gunshot, causing anyone within a 5-foot area to make a DC 10 dexterity save. On a failed, target takes 1d4 piercing damage, and on a save, the target takes no damage. Additionally, you're also able to make large openings with shotgun fire. As GM before doing this, on weak surfaces such as wood or thin metals, and deal half damage to any creatures that are directly opposite to it. If you use this against any cover, it is destroyed. Okay, this is already restricting you that you gotta shoot locks, and the enemy needs to be exactly next to it to actually deal that damage. So it's already pretty useless. And if you're gonna be close to your enemy, why would you shoot the table in front of you instead of just going around to hit them? I have no idea. Someone has been playing quite a bit of Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, that seems the case. CQC expertise starting at 6 level, you no longer suffer from disadvantage from any weapon attack mates with guns at melee range. So until you get this at 6th level. Your open sesame, if you are shooting surfaces as wood and other thin metals, are gonna be dealt a disadvantage. Cool. Cunning action. Starting at 11th level, you take an extra bonus action on each of your turns in combat. This action can only be used to take the dash, disengage, or hide action. Just take Rogue. Rogue if you wanna have a cunning action. Heavy Armor Mastery. Sorry, at 15th level, you gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons as long as you're wearing heavy armor. This is pretty late in game. To be having some sort of resistance already at this level. Yeah, no, not good at all. Riot Shield. Starting at 18th level, you gain proficiency with shields, and you can mount a small shield onto two-handed firearms, giving you +1 to AC. This counts as carrying one for the purpose of qualifying for feats, and you gain the appropriate AC bonus from it. You cannot be unwillingly disarmed from the shield. So, if you mount a weapon on a shield, that gives you extra AC. How does that make any sense? I have no idea. Let's get Shield Master, is more useful than this. Anyway, good subclass, I love it. Okay, we go from the gunslinger into a gunsmith. Let's take a look. Who doesn't love guns anyway? Gunsmiths are magical engineers that make guns. Learn how to use them in combat due to the low number of them and the expansiveness of the gun. The rest of the world has not yet started mass production of them, so you are rare in this world. But that depends on your DM, not really the class. I'm confused as hell. I am confused. I don't understand. Yeah, you're supposed to give this a flavor in the class, not to tell how the world actually works. Bad narration. Anyway, on to the cool stuff. Thunder Cannon. At middle level, your tinkering has given you a Thunder Cannon, giving you 3 options to choose from: 2 pistols, 1 rifle, or blunderbuss. Each do thunder damage instead of piercing. Okay, this is interesting because thunder damage is not that common. No substats here, so I'm gonna assume this is gonna be the standard array of stats you can find on guns. Anyway, tool proficiency. When you adopt this specialization at 3rd level, you gain proficiency with Tinker's tools. Don't you already get this from being an artificer? If you already have this proficiency, you gain proficiency with one other type of artisan's tools of your choice. Alright. Not too spicy, but sure. Vital shot at 1 extra damage die. It doesn't say what kind of extra damage die, it's just extra. Deadeye. Once per long rest, you can choose to critically hit with a weapon. No level restrictions here, you get it right away, I assume. Piercing shot. You pierce through your enemies in a 30-foot straight line. Add an extra damage die. No restrictions here either, you can use this any single turn. Cool! At least it's better than the gunsmith. I mean the gunslinger. Okay, on to more edgy stuff. Next up is the Nightmare Reaper. Unlike many other rogues who want to kill their target or steal from their target without them even knowing that it would happen. It says target then. Yeah. Rogues who want to become a Nightmare Reaper is not like them. They want to see the terror in the target. They first feel alive when their target is in deep state of despair to the point where they beg for the sweet embrace of death. before finally grant their request and ends it. This archetype is for the more sinister type of rogues. They are trained in the ways of fear and tricks of the shades. Ooh. For the extra edgy 14 years old players, Mind Reaper. Starting at your 3rd level, your sneak attack deals now psychic damage instead of piercing damage. That is super broken, you're gonna break through any defenses. When you reach 12th level, your sneak attack is so terrifying that even the most mightiest of foe will tremble. After deal more than 45 damage to a foe which must be in a single sneak attack, the target must make a wisdom saving throw against your DC 8 plus dexterity plus proficiency plus weapon bonus. Bones, I mean, not bonus. Bones. Or be frightened until the end of your next turn. And it is 12th level. But you get weapon bonus plus proficiency plus dexterity. Not broken at all. Okay. Oh my, a hunter main. Yeah. Playing body at 9. Starting at your 9th level, you can stand instead of your movement, use Misty Step. If you throw a knife which deals psychic damage, you can teleport to the knife. I think another class has already this skill. Yeah, you throw a knife and wherever it lands, you can teleport there. That's someone else's skill. You gain resistance to psychic damage. Fierce Reaper. Starting at your 13th level, if you attack a creature which is frightened, you gain advantages, and it is an auto critical on a hit. If you gain a killing blow, its soul will answer to one question. It might choose to lie, but it is forced to answer. This is another class skill. I don't remember which one, but it is. We already had this for another row, I think. Nightmare's Vengeance. Starting at your 17th level, when you get a critical hit on your sneak attack, either by roll or ability, your next attack will also be a sneak attack as well. This effect can happen multiple times in a round. So you can combo this with Fierce Reaper. So you get an auto critical on a hit. And that's gonna be another sneak attack. Alright, if you wanna be the super edgy boy, just play Nightmare Reaper. But let's go on to more Weebo stuff with the ninja. Rogues are sneaky, but some take that sneakiness to a whole new level. Ninjas are rogues who master the art of being unseen and unheard. They walk in the shadows and are adept at evading foes only to attack them from behind. They embrace sneakiness and nimbleness. They often appear to be vulnerable, if seen at all, that is. But their enemies soon realize that their error when the being they thought was weak is suddenly behind them and slipping a dagger between their ribs. Nothing personal, kid. 3H5 me. Yeah. Before vanishing again in the blink of an eye. Distract enemies. At 3rd level, you can, as an action, throw something in your enemy's face, such as sand, crushed glass, liquid, or dirt. Work with your DM to determine the spot substance can be used. To do this, you must make a DC 12 dexterity check, and if you succeed, your target is blind until the end of the next turn. If you fail, however, you waste your action. You have advantage while doing this action. Okay, to be fair, this is actually interesting because it is basically pocket sand skill. I don't know if you want to do this as an action, but having an enemy blinded seems pretty cool, and it is not broken at all at 3rd level. This class already sees, I think. Yeah, the Nightmare Reaper sounds pretty familiar to some other class that I don't quite remember right now. Okay, you are starting good with the pocket sand skill. I liked it. I like this. Not sure if you wanna try your sneak attack for this, but it is an option to blind someone. Shadow Stalker, level 3. If you are in darkness, any creature that do not know you are there must make a DC 13 intelligence investigation check to see you. Isn't this just the hide action? At level 7, it is increased to DC 15 and the creatures looking for you have disadvantage on this check. Alright. If you're unseen and attack from where you are, example, if you're hiding in a shadow and an orc passes by not noticing you, you dash out with a sword from your hiding place. You deal an extra 1d4 of sneak attack damage and have advantage on that attack roll. I mean, this is just basically the hide action with extra disadvantage at level 7, I guess. Then again, if they do not know you are there, why roll anyway? Okay, you failed on this one. I like the first one better, but the Shadow Stalker is meh. Martial Artist, a level 13 unarmed strikes can deal 1d8 damage. You add your proficiency bonus and your unarmed strikes can deal lethal damage if you wish. What is lethal damage? Just kill them? What is this? And it is if you wish. You also have advantage on acrobatics and athletics checks. A little bit too late for those to go because by that you're gonna be already pretty acrobatic, I think. Not a really good feature either. Ghost, at level 17 you move silently, and if you're in darkness, other creatures can only see you if they have dark vision. If they do not have dark vision, you roll a 1d20 plus your dex modifier plus your proficiency, and if you get a number equal to or higher than the passive perception level of the creature looking for you or passing by, they do not see you unless you reveal yourself. You have advantage when pulling yourself onto a ledge up to 2.5 times your height, rounded down. And if you take no final damage, if you roll up to 3 times as you roll, you also have advantage when taking the hide or disengage action. Even with an illusion caster, or just be the arcane twister and prioritize dark magic. Just cast invisibility on yourself. I mean, the only good thing about this is to distract enemies because the pocket sand skill looks pretty fun to use. Other than that, this is pretty lackluster. It is not ninja-ish. Like, you have no smoke bombs, you have no throwing weapons, you have no acrobatic maneuvers. That's what I think when I think ninja, you know? Being very nimble and throw trash at your enemies. But yeah, you can get all these benefits if you just cast invisibility. Anyway, besides Pocket Sand Rogue, let's take a look at Block Hunter at Archive. Order of the Blade, catch him order. I don't think I wanna do Blood Hunter. I'm gonna skip Blood Hunter because that's already homebrewed by itself. Let's go to Sorcerer. Aberrant Bloodline. This is not Aberrant Mind, this is Aberrant Bloodline. Let's take a look. Your innate magic comes from aberrant life force that was imbued in your bloodline in the days of yore. Most often, sorcerers with this origin trace their lineage along a line of freed thralls, or occasionally from a reformed aberration's attempt to assimilate into society, although the latter is rare. Interesting. Being descended from aberrations, some of the physical traits that present themselves make you prone to hiding from common folk. Okay, you're basically an ugly sorcerer, got it. Aberration Ancestor. At first level, you choose one type of aberration as your ancestor. The ancestor you choose bestows an ability upon you, as well as physical characteristics, which are up to you and the Dungeon Master. At first level, you can get telepathy up to 120 feet. That is not broken at all. Just telepathy. You get it right away off the bat. It is not limited like the Great Old One one-way telepathy. It is just telepathy right away. Cool. Area of anti-magic as in the anti-magic field spell in a 15 cone. At the start of each of your turns, you decide which way the cone faces and whether the cone is active. The area works against your spells as well as any for your allies. Also super broken if you are gonna face anything magic at all. Yeah, make your DM suffer with this. A flaunt. Immunity to any effect that will sense emotions or read thoughts, as well as all divination spells. Okay, early game is gonna do not much, but as the game progresses, it's gonna be more useful because they're not gonna be able to divinate you. Not as exciting, but it is an option. Give it a Mouter. Immunity to psychic damage. Okay, an already rare damage that is not gonna come up any time soon. Unless you're facing Mind Flayers, I guess. You start pretty good with the Aboleth and the Beholder, and then everything's going downhill from here. Blind sight up to 60 feet. Okay, that's interesting. Already probably better than Dark Vision. Sure. Mind Flare. All spells are cast without material, somatic, or verbal requirements. This is not gonna get broken at all. No material components, no somatic or verbal requirements. You can cast any single spell that requires a very expensive material right away. Someone has died to the deck of many things before, lol. That is true. Fun times with the deck of many things. Morkot. Swim speed is double normal movement speed. Okay, kinda circumstantial too. I wouldn't take it, given the option. Miyogi. 30 and 5th climb speed on difficult surfaces, including upside down on seals. You need to make an ability check. If you're multi-classing this with Rogue, this may be useful actually, because you're gonna have a lot of movement options. But yeah. Othio. How do you even pronounce that? I have no idea. One arm is replaced with a tentacle. The tentacle can be used for unarmed strikes, but has a reach of 10 feet. And deals 1d8 plus charisma bludgeoning damage. If the target is small or smaller, it is grappled. Escape DC 10 plus charisma and restrain until the grapple ends. The target is gonna be small or smaller to be grappled, so this is already kinda circumstantial. You may not want to be on melee range anyway, and you're gonna be better just casting Firebolt or something instead. Slap. Regain hit points equal to your proficiency bonus at the start of your turn if you have at least one hit point. Okay, you get a free region skill. This may be kinda useful. But all of this you may wanna go with the Mind Flayer or the Aboleth, I think. I would go for the Beholder as well. Those are like the three big ones that you may want to pick if you want this class. You're gonna speak, write deep speech. Then you have the list of ancestors, cool. Far realm armor. As the animalities in your blood increase in power, the physical traits of your eldritch ancestors to emerge. As a result, parts of your skin secrete a thin layer of mucus that allows you to avoid incoming attacks. When you aren't wearing armor, your AC equals 15 plus your dex modifier. That's a pretty insane armor already. It doesn't say at what level you get this, so I'm gonna assume right away. Maybe 3rd level. Eldritch consumption. 6th level, when you get a spell that deals psychic damage, which you may not have that many considering 6th level is... What do you get? Do you get like... You don't get psychic damage spells, I think. Well, that's just mind read, maybe. To add your charisma modifier to 1 damage roll of that spell. Simultaneously, you can spend 1 sorcery point to gain health equal to half the damage dealt by that spell. That rivals medium armor users. Yeah. Just by not wearing armor. Okay, you also get some regen if you want to spend 1 sorcery point, which you may want to use for something else instead of just healing half damage. It is an option, kinda lackluster in my opinion, but sure. Otherworldly levitation. At 14 level, you learn how to control vertical positions of you and others with mere force of will. Gain a flying hover speed equal to half your current speed. You can also cast levitate at will a number of times equal to your charisma modifier per long rest. It is a free levitate, but you're gonna have it already learned alongside fly. So this comes pretty late, I think. Presence of Insanity. Beginning at 18th level, you can channel the Eldritch Insanity of your aberrant ancestor, causing those around you to become confused and frightened. As an action, you can spend 5 sorcery points, that's already very expensive, let's hope it's good, to radiate an aura of confusion and fear to a distance of 30 feet. For 1 minute or until you lose your concentration, as if you were casting a concentration spell. Yeah, that's what concentration means. Each hostile creature that starts its turn in this aura must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be under the effects of the confusion spell and frightened until the aura ends. At that point, I'm gonna say most enemies are gonna be immune to frightened. And for 5 sorcery points, that's not good, especially on such a small area. Around you, by the way, you can target it. It's only around you. So yeah, other than just having a pretty amazing skill at level 1 from your ancestor, this is not worth getting at all. So you can just make people have panic attacks. That means panic attacks are nothing to joke about, yeah. Unless those are already immune to those panic attacks to begin with. So yeah, you wanna grab this for the level 1 benefit and then move on to any other class. Anyway, let's take a look at a better fighter, the Dark Knight. Are we becoming Batman with this? Powerful knight that starts with a longsword, chainmail, armor, and shield. Cool. You already have a starting stuff that is not limited by your background or anything. Full counter. Full counter allows the user to redirect the damage from an enemy back to the enemy. This may be used once every long rest. Can I bounce back power word kill? It says redirect the damage. Poisonous touch. Okay, this is gonna be bad because it's already poison damage. Dark Knights need a way to stop people from touching their perfect armor. Ooh. Not only we're Dark Knight, we are also very perfectionist, and we don't want our armor to get dirty. So they made a deadly toxin. Ooh. Touching this can either cause 2d12 poison damage over 2 turns. One drawback is that the toxin can be transferred to swords by touch, therefore giving the enemy poison damage for a swing. Okay, but what if I use this on my sword? If I just move my sword around my armor to coat it with the poison, can I do that? Because it says the enemies can't do that. Ungodly Warcry. The Dark Knight have recognizable war cries that can frighten someone for a couple of seconds. Enemies within earshot and are not behind a wall roll to not be frightened with disadvantage. They succeed if their roll are 15 or higher. Alright, free frighten because there's no restrictions here. better sword handling and strength. With practice and lifting, the Dark Knight can now deal more damage with any type of sword. Plus 15 damage and gain plus 4 strength. So we're cosplaying Siegfried the Magnificent, yeah. With a poison armor. Plus 5 AC. Elder Dark Knights have been taught on how to make an armor gel for their armor. This gel increases your AC score by 5 whenever you have armor on. Okay, so we have a poison layer on our armor, but also we have a gel on our armor. Are we using a goo armor, by the way? This is gonna be the shiniest armor ever. Also very lackluster skills, by the way. Only bonuses? A poison armor that may or may not poison enemies? Cool. Cool class. Anyway, Bard is next with the Bards of all trades. This Bard has the best versatility that Bards can offer. Bards are very versatile already, so I wonder how are you gonna improve that versatility a lot more. Slime gear armor, yeah. I should make a subclass that wears like gel armor made of slime gear goo. Why not? Inspirational. Bards of all trades can use their bardic inspiration in multiple ways. This taught them to be able to use more of them. The total number of bardic inspirations you can have is now 2 plus proficiency plus charisma. You gain 1d6 divided by 2 round down to a minimum of 1 by having a short rest. You're complicating this with a lot of math. You gain 1 use when you roll natural 19 or natural 20. You also gain 1 use if an ally rolled 20 or if an enemy rolled 1. You gain all uses after a long rest. Okay, but if you combine this with a divination wizard that has those die that they can use at any time, you're gonna get a lot of bardic inspiration back. Now choose 4 ways to use them from the examples below. Inspirational rest. Use the bardic inspiration to heal your friends. Oh. Roll bardic inspiration plus charisma blah 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 blah. Modified round down to send action. Already pretty meh healing, I guess. With some example art. If I decide to make a slime fighter, sure, I'll try to do that. Anyway, group inspiration. Use your bardic inspiration to heal your companions. Your voice booms up as you blow a high amount of energy from your inspiration. Wait. Allies with 40 feet get same inspiration bonus that you roll by inspiration to minimum of 0. This is and actions. Okay, I get to heal one friend with inspirational rest, or I get to heal my group for the same cost. What? Why would I just heal one of my friends when I can heal all of them? I don't get it. Hey! Hopefully. That's our playing a little bit too rough. Anyway. Inspirational smite. You smite with a weapon through musical rhythm. You deal a bardic inspiration, charisma, proficiency, damage, and give a chosen creature inspiration equal to proficiency -1. It's a bonus action and the smite is expanded when you hit the target or another target. It is not expanded. It is expanded. It also disappears after 1 minute. You have basically a smite with a bonus action. Extra attack, cool. Self-empowering inspiration. You can use a bardic inspiration on yourself. This is a bonus action. Why would you use the 4th one when you have the 3rd one here? You attack and you give another creature inspiration. You can give that to yourself too, because it says a chosen creature. Protecting Inspiration. Ability creatures gains a bardic inspiration word of AC and a bardic inspiration plus charisma as temporary hit points. It's a reaction or bonus action. Alright, I guess it's better than healing, but still. Mocker Inspiration. Choose an enemy. That enemy gains a type of bardic inspiration by you. You get to choose when it is used, and when you do it, it gains minus the bardic inspiration to the roll. The inspiration disappears after 10 minutes. It's a bonus action. Why is it 10 minutes? Combats do not last that long. Anyway. Reverse Inspiration. If an enemy attacks you and hits, you can choose to use bardic inspiration to roll a d20 plus half of a bardic inspiration at roll. If the Shield of Illusion appears at your attacked arc, the damage dealt by the attack by the enemy returns to the center. The shame the creature feels gives them disadvantage on their next roll. This is a reaction. This is basically a shield spell, but bounces back stuff. And it is not a spell, it is a bardic inspiration thing. Inspirational Retreat. Allies within 50 feet can use their bonus action to dash and get a speed modifier 2 plus 2 bardic inspirations that you roll to test the bonus action. Yeah, no way, this is the absolute master of all traits bard. It is super weird. Proficient. You gain proficiency in 2 tools and 2 skills. You also gain an ability called Graded Expertise. You can choose 2 proficient skills. You can get advantage at will a number of times equal to your charisma modifier. You regain this after a long rest. Your proficiency modifier gains a +1 bonus. By the way, it doesn't say at what level you get this. It's just right away off the bat. What? Yeah, what? My brain is having a hard time trying to comprehend this class. Jack of every trade. You learn 2 spells from other classes that is first level at 3rd level. Okay, first level at 3rd level. Okay, you get 2 spells. Seconds. It says seconds there. 1 level. Seconds 1 level at 5th level. I'm gonna assume it says 1 level, not seconds. You can cast this with your bardic inspiration basic spell slots. At 6th level you can cast 2nd level spell with your bardic inspiration level 2. 2 level spells at 7th. 2 level on level 9. Second level 9. Someone who can cast spells, please explain this to me. What does second level on level 9? At 10th level you can cast 3rd level spells with your inspiration. Learn 2 3rd level spells. My brain, Jesus. 2 3rd level spells at level 10, 12, and 14. Use the bardic inspirations to 6th level after you use 1. There is no restrictions here on what spells you get because it says from other classes. Any spell counts. The spells use charisma modifiers. A little bit of everything. You now regain. Okay, almost done. You now regain 2 first level spells after a short rest. You can do this after a long rest. Eh? Wait. You now regain 2 first level spell slots after a short rest. You can do this after a long rest. Wait, do I do this after a short rest or do I do this after a long rest? I have no idea. Choose 2 skills. Those skills cannot roll. Have a roll. Those skills now cannot roll. Have a roll under 40. 1, 2, 3, or 4 roll. It is 3 as 5. Other spells use charisma modifiers to hit you and determine spell that save this C. Jesus. I just peeked at the comment below. This is dense. Not the creator of the text. It is absolutely dense. My brain cannot take all this information. This is worded so poorly, yeah. Your charisma ability score max is increased to 22. And you get to choose any other ability score that gets the same new max. You also get an ability score improvement and +1 to charisma. My charisma is 22. Why do you need to also say that I get a +1 to charisma? Just say I get a 23 to charisma. That's it. So that way you say you get 23 to charisma. Okay, because the part here is about all traits. It is pretty hard to follow, but maybe the Paladin Inquisitor is gonna be better. Let's take a look. Paladin is trained in combat, including those combat and firearms. They are trained in the many temples of the Inquisition and are known and feared all around. Cool. Firearm proficiency. Inquisitors are trained to use all kinds of firearms. At 3rd level, you gain proficiency in firearms. Alright, I'll set that. Interesting. Masters of Interrogation. Inquisitors are masters at interrogating and gathering information. At 7th level, you gain proficiency and advantage in insight, persuasion, deception, and intimidation. Why don't you get this right away? You wanna work on interrogating people. And besides, you're a paladin, you are gonna have a big charisma score, so you may wanna have intimidation or persuasion anyways. At 7th level, it's gonna be pretty late for this. True Zealotry. Inquisitors sells nature, no fear, and cannot be tempted by anything. At 15th level, you gain immunity against being charmed and frightened. It is immunity, but it's the only benefit that you get from this. Wait, where's my firearm stuff? I'm a paladin with a gun. I wanna see, I don't know, shooting blessed bullets with smite in them. You don't even get a cool aura like other paladin classes. As a paladin, you already get intimidation and proficiency. As proficiency, you can pretty much role play as one. Yeah, you already get this right away. I don't get why you gotta get intimidation again. Blessed attack. Inquisitors will eventually become truly powerful. At level 20, you deal 2d6 plus 4 radiant damage. The most powerful damage, 2d6 radiant damage plus 4. Nothing will survive that at level 20. Amazing. What are the guns? Give me a paladin that can use guns. That would be interesting. Okay, let's take a look at something else. We have the cleric with meta domain. Let's take a look. This is the player has found their DM and has started to worship the DM to gain his knowledge and use it to their advantage. Okay, your god is literally the DM. It seems cool. Meta domain as meta domain. It is not meta domain. 1st level command identify. 3rd level Augury Son of Truth. 5th level counterspell tongues. 7th level divination Mordenkainen's Parent Sanctum. 9th legend lore commune. I mean, I guess you could use some of this. Sure. Counterspell is always useful. Yeah. Cleric and guiding bolt equals holy man with a gun. That is true. That is absolutely true. The meta bonus. At 1st level you gain 2 languages proficiencies in history, but if you already are proficient in history, you gain expertise in it, and 1 more skill proficiency of your choice. Okay, you wanna be more skilled in literally stuff that nobody uses. History is very, very circumstantial. You don't use it that much. The blessing of meta. Yeah, when you want expertise in history anyway. The blessing of meta. At second level clerics gain channel divinity, the blessing of meta. As a bonus action, you can make a DC history check and decide it by the GM to remember some knowledge to the current situation, such as monsters, resistances, immunities, or vulnerabilities, for example. Yeah, that's very meta. You just get all the monster stat block. At second level, you're gonna get that. I don't know why this is history. It may depend on the enemy you're facing. I would say if it's a beast, you're gonna go with animal handling, maybe nature. History makes no sense for this. If you're fighting a lich, maybe something magical, a golem, maybe you roll Arcana to check that, not history. Anyway, breaking the fourth wall. Cool. At 6th level, clerics gain channel divinity, breaking the fourth wall. As an action once per week, you can use any meta knowledge from any source with the GM's help. You don't need this to get any meta knowledge. You can just look at your manuals and use the stuff you have already faced before. Literally everything on this list you already know. You don't need to use a skill to get it. It is up to you to play it or metagame this. Meta Charm. At 8th level, as an action, you can use Meta Knowledge to charm a creature within 30 feet of you that can be charmed. The dark creature must make my brain. It's just melting. The target creature must make a wisdom saving throw or be charmed for 24 hours. You can use this ability once per day. What does meta have to do with this? I have no idea. New character. At 17 level, as an action, you can become a creature that is of your level for up to 24 hours. The creature can be of any playable race and class. You can use this ability once per week. You can switch classes on the go once per week. Cool. Adapt, improvise, evolve, I guess. Yeah. Do not play the meta main, just play any class you want. If you're gonna be changing classes, then why even pick cleric? Although the Witcher, I'm gonna skip the Blood Hunter stuff. Sorcerer, Aberration, Mini Sorcerer. It's another Aberration class, it seems. Your character has no ability to project magic beyond their fingertips. Spells deal more damage but with no range. Huh. This is great. Okay, defective magic level 1. All spells you choose gain a range of touch only. All spells I'm trying to find any good situation where you would like your range spells be touch only. All spells become melee spells attacks. All area of effect spells now start their area next to your location. Start with your touch target. Any area of effect spell that misses its intended target fizzles and do nothing. Spells that may target one or more creatures must be in contact with you to be targeted. Spells cast on willing creatures do not require an attack. So, if I'm gonna cast a fireball, it's gonna be a one-person fireball. Because that's the range it has. If I cast a hypnotic pattern, it's gonna affect only the person that I'm touching. So yeah, screw area. Screw all the advantages you have with range. Everything is gonna be at touch range. Cool. All spells that hit a target double the number of dice used on successful hits. Yeah, but you're gonna be on range to do this. Yeah, everyone, I'm gonna cast hypnotic pattern on everyone there so we can pass through without any issues. But I can only affect one person. That doesn't seem practical at all. Elusive level 1, you gain the ability to use the actions dash, disengage, and hide as a bonus action. Being hidden in this way does not give you advantage on your melee spell casting. But you get all this at level 1. Well, the only good thing is that your damage spells are gonna be explosive against one target. And that's it, if you can even get close to them. Grasping Hold, level 6. Once per long rest, you may force your target to fail its saving throws on damaging spells. You gain an additional use of this ability per long rest, levels 14 and 18. You must announce this ability before saving throw is attempted. Jesus. This is gonna suck at level 1, but once you level up, you're gonna nuke everything you touch, basically. And that's the only thing you're gonna be doing good. Nuke one specific target. Quick Hands. You gain proficiency in Sleight of Hand trait. If you are proficient in Sleight of Hand already, you may choose another dexterity-based check trait. Okay. It is not that amazing compared to the Grasping Hold, but sure. Deflect Magic level 14. If you are the target of a damaging spell, you may deflect the magic as a reaction. If the spell is single target only, it does not require a save. Spend 2 sorcerer points to deflect it, or 5 sorcerer points to send the magic back at the caster. If the spell requires a save, spend 2 sorcerer points to halve damage automatically, or 5 sorcerer points to take no damage. Not sure if that's worth the sorcerer points. Sure. You still have to roll if there is an additional effect tied to the save. You may make this reaction multiple times per round of combat. If you do suspend one initial sorcerer point reaction after the first, spell does not protect anyone but this character from area of effect or multiple target spells. Yeah, it only protects you, it says. That's what you absolutely said. Because it is melee range, it is you. Okay, just become immune. Interesting. I mean, in any case, the DM is gonna know that you have this skill, so the DM is gonna absolutely not aim at you at all. Two-handed level 18. Once per long rest, you use your action to cast a spell. You may use your bonus action to cast the second spell of any level on the same target. Yeah. Super duper nuke on contact. This character is just send them in, explode whoever is in front of them, and hope they don't die from anyone else. A skill at level 6 is really underwhelming considering how broken the rest of the subclass is. Yeah. This is the subclass where you nuke anything at melee. It is not a bad idea, but the execution is terrible. Anyway, fighter anti-mage. I'm pretty sure you already have like a feat that allows you to do damage to mages. But let's look at this and find out. Anti-mages are experts at killing all forms of magic users. They are known for having a hate of almost all forms of magic, as most magic is evil. However, they are perfectly fine with helpful magic or magic that is mainly helpful. Wait, is magic mostly evil or is magic helpful? I have no idea what you're trying to say here. Anti-mage spells. Beginning when you choose this archetype at level, you get the few spells that anti-mages use. More spells made for anti-magic at later levels. Where are those spells, by the way? Do you wanna tell me what those spells are? No? Let's play fighter with Mage Slayer. Yeah, just do that. It's really easy to do that. Also, you're not saying what spells I get. At 7th level, you also get more spells. But it doesn't say here what you get. Maybe there's a table below, I don't know. Remarkable Athlete. Starting at 10th level, you can add half your proficiency bonus round up to any strength, dexterity, or constitution check you make that doesn't already use your proficiency bonus. Alright. In addition, when you make a running long jump, the distance you can cover increases by a number of feet equal to your strength modifier. This is a very light skill to get at 10th level. By that point, you're gonna be pretty much quite good at athletic stuff. You may not need that modifier. Additional fighting style. At 15th level, you can choose the second option from the fighting style class feature. Archer, you get a +2 bonus to attack rolls you make with a ranged weapon. Yeah, this is an absolutely amazing, not feat, but bonus you get at. Hey, I love it so loud. Playing with motorcycle. Anyway, +2 bonus attack at 15th level. +1 bonus to AC. This is almost like just a half feat. Dueling. When you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you get a +2 bonus damage to rolls with that weapon. Great Weapon of Fighting. With Great Weapon of Fighting, when you roll out 1 or 2 on a damage die on an attack, you make it with a melee weapon that you are wielding with 2 hands. You can roll the die and must use the new roll, even if the new roll is a 1 or 2. The weapon must make it a 2-hand or versatile property for you to gain this benefit. Alright. It's basically weird advantage. Or lucky, I think. Protection. When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose this advantage on the attack roll. You must be within a shield. Pretty lackluster 15th level feature. 2-weapon fighting. When you engage in 2-weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier for the damage of the second attack. Anti-mage spells. At 18th level, you get a few spells that anti-mages use. By the way, we don't get any anti-mage spells because it doesn't say what spells you get at all. So yeah, if you want to be an anti-mage that doesn't cast Engic and gets pretty lackluster stuff, play the anti-mage. Amazing. Ooh, a Warlock subclass, finally. It is a Shadow Mage. Let's take a look. A Shadow Mage is an advanced form of a Warlock. A Shadow Mage is a Warlock who has surrendered to the powers of the Shadowfell and can summon their strength from it. Totally not a Shadow Sorcerer. Their spells contain necrotic magic and banishment, specifically to the Shadowfell. They also have the ability to make their target lose their sanity. Why do all the 8G stuff has to do with sanity? Constantly losing, seeing things that aren't there, hearing sounds with no source. The Shadow Mage has perfected the art of illusion and death. This is shadow magic. If you get out of sanity, just play a great old one. Anyway, Shadowfell Pact. You were once a warlock and was tempted to taste the power of the Shadowfell. You did, and surrendered to its power to use as your own. You are linked to the Shadowfell and possess powers no normal warlock should. Those who oppose you either yield or face a terrible fate. Play Majora's Mask. Those who cross you tend to lose their sanity, lost in the illusion and death. You're a master of necromancy and illusions. Cool. Mage Pact. The Shadowfell Pact has done you good, however it is now time to decide your fate. You will become extremely powerful either way. Alright, the time has come. The pact is complete. Do you become more based in necromancy or psychic magic? This will decide your destiny. Alright, let's see those amazing paths we get. Mage of the Shadowfell. You have chosen to become a mage of the Shadowfell. Your powers are based more in the illusion and psychic. The Shadowfell is the source of your power. Reaper Mage. you have become a necrotic mage. Your power is more necromancy. The Reaper is the source of your power. Do we get anything from this? We are only getting flavor text. Do we get some cool shadow spell like darkness? Do I get a race on it? No. Path to destiny. Now that you have advanced further, you are on your way to your destiny. Yay! Now you must advance in this new path and become a great mage. Who knows, one day you may even become a god. That's a very huge jump from one thing to another. Anyway, the path to your fate is just ahead. Mage of the Reaper Force. You have advanced past the powers of the Reaper, you no longer need his aid. Okay, so I guess no more patron, you just are self-sufficient. Your power even the Reaper fears. All those who oppose you stand dead in their tracks, hoping they are not worth your time. Do I get any abilities or anything here? No abilities, just flavor text. Just like any Reaper, just like any edgy kid. Cool, you just get the edgy aura. Remember the priority of shadows. You have become the most powerful version of a shadow mage. Remember the priority of shadows. This is a group that dwells in the Shadowfell, masters of shadow magic. Before you all tremble at your might. Don't tempt them, they're already edgy enough. You get super edgy with this. You get no benefits, but you get the cool pose and the cool auras. It is all visual. You have become the most powerful version of your mage pack. You are now a legend to your peers. You have become the strongest version of yourself. My brain, I can barely breathe. Let me give me 1 second. I need to get some water so I can refresh my neurons. Reaper of the Circle. You have become far greater than the Reaper. I mean, I was already far greater when I was the mage of the Reaper Force, but sure. You are a Reaper yourself, holding the balance of life and death in your hands. Shadowfell Emperor. You have become a master of all that has to do with the Shadowfell. The powers of the Shadowfell has fused you with your blood. No one goes against you unless you demand their presence. You have become Emperor of the Shadowfell and leader of the priority of shadows. Nothing can stand in your way. And that's it. There's nothing else. Yeah, but what's the crunch? You went through so many versions but never include a single mechanic. Impressive! So, like, what does it do? Yeah, it does nothing, it's all visual. You don't need skills, all you need is to look cool. That's it. Alright, let's check the Barbarian Shadow Totem Warrior. I think this is gonna be the final one because my mouth is blabbering to death, trying to comprehend what to say from this. Alright, the path of the Dragon Warrior is a spiritual journey. Dragonborn who choose to follow their bloodline and let their rage fuel them are granted the strength and appearances of their great ancestors. In battle, your totem spirit fills you with supernatural might, adding magical fuel to your barbarian rage. So is this limited by race? Do I need to be a Dragonborn to pick this? I assume so. Okay, yours is a path that seeks attunement with the draw power of your great ancestors. Dragon, 3rd level, when you adopt this path, you gain the ability to cast the Jump and Thunder Wave spells. Okay, Jump is pretty useless. Thunder Wave is quite okay. As described in Chapter 11 of the Player's Handbook. Constitution is your spell casting ability. Totem Spirit, at 3rd level, when you adopt this path, you choose a Totem Spirit and gain its feature. You must make or acquire a physical totem object, an amulet, or similar adornment that incorporates fur or feathers, claws, teeth, or bones of the totem animal. Okay. At your option, you also gain minor physical attributes that are reminiscent of your totem spirit. At your option. Why would I not want the minor physical attributes? For example, if you have a bear totem spirit, you might be unusually hairy and thick skin. Or if your totem is the eagle, your eyes turn bright yellow. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I want animal features. Dragon's Hide. When entering the rage, your skills harden and become like iron plates, granting +2 to your AC. While raging, you have resistance to all damage except psychic damage. Okay, that's actually pretty broken, sure. Resistance to every single instance of damage. At level 3. This will last the duration of your rage. Aspect of the dragon. At 6th level you gain a magical benefit based on the totem animal of your choice. You can choose the same animal you selected at 3rd level or a different one. This is aspect of the dragon, but you can get any aspect depending on the totem. So why it's called aspect of the dragon if I am like following a bird totem. Okay. So far this is not like very dragon-like, but sure. Besides the scales which you may reflavor like your totem animal. Anyway, Dragon Strike Dragon. While out of combat, you gain a pair of ethereal wings, double your travel speed, and granting a brief moment of flight. The spirit of the dragon enables you to soar far and strike fast. Okay, how long is the brief moment you mentioned? How fast can I fly? No, not gonna tell me. Okay. Speed Walker. At 10th level, you can cast the Commune with Nature spell, but only as a ritual. If you do so, a spiritual version of one of your ancestors appears to you to convey the information you seek. Okay. It is pretty flavor stuff, so not that useful. You call upon the spirit of a great dragon to provide you with information on your surroundings. Very lackluster. Okay, I will see that I never use this in actual gameplay. Totemic Attunement. At 14th level you gain a magical benefit based on a totem animal of your choice. You can choose the same animal you selected previously or a different one. Dragon's Wrath. Dragon, while raging you have flight speed equal to your current walking speed. While airborne you can attempt to dive onto creatures, forcing them to make a strength saving throw. If they fail, they are knocked prone. If they succeed, they can make an opportunity attack with advantage against you. This is pretty terrible for a 14 level feature. This benefit works only in short bursts. You fall if you end your turn in the air and nothing else is holding you aloft. This is like a showed action but worse. Absolutely terrible. I love it. Very lackluster skill. And you get not many dragon-like features. Also, he is next. Welcome to the stream. Cool and all, but the wings thing irks me a lot. It is kinda meh overall for me. The flight is fine. Who doesn't want to get flight speed at 6th level? Sure. Okay, that was pretty lackluster, so let's end up with a very, very amazing one that I've been saving for this because a friend told me last time that I should check this one. It is the garlic something. No, this class no. How do I search this? Name, there it is. Garlic. I need to resubscribe, something went wrong. Ooh. Yes, sometimes YouTube tends to unsubscribe people from some channels and so on. So don't worry. There. Thank you. I appreciate it. Garlic bread baker, garlic bread domain. I think it's this one. He said it was a cleric. Alright, let's take a look at this. There's two of them. I guess it is the first one. It could be the second one. Let's check both of them, just in case. Garlic bread domain, cleric. You are dedicated to the deities of the tastiest snacks there is. These include deities such as Love Feta, Garlicchio, and the very evil Chessman. Ooh. They give food, garlic bread, to the homeless, but they cannot do this alone. That's where you come in. Amazing. toasted. At first level, you have become a chef to appease your deity. You gain proficiency with cooked utensils. Finally, the best tools. Disciple of the garlic bread. Starting at 5th level, you have received the ability to make garlic bread for those who need it. You may create garlic bread at any time. You may only make 2 average-sized pieces at a time, and you can make 1 more until the previous ones are eaten. It is not disabled by anti-magic field or similar effects. It is more powerful than anti-magic. Amazing. You may create garlic bread. This is garlic bread at will, so you don't need to bring any rations at all. Whoa, Genshin Impact is finally installed on my phone. Nice, hope you had fun with it. Yeah, bread at will. Feed the hungry and gorge the wicked. Starting at 2nd level, you may channel your power to feed those who need it. You may use your channel divinity to do one of these things. You give all hungry people and creatures in a 100 feet radius the nutrients they need to live. Or you give one creature of your choice. You can see within 30 feet 1 level of exhaustion. Ooh. Okay, channel divinity to feed anyone. Absolutely anyone around you. With the nutrients of garlic bread. Or you get 1 creature of your choice. You can see 1 level of exhaustion. Just like that, you're exhausted. You ate too much bread. Cool. Very cool stuff. Butter sleep. Using the power of garlic butter, you may sleep up your enemies. Starting at 6th level, you may cast Grace at will. Grace at will? That's insane. You may also use Channel Divinity to cast Grace as bonus action. And you can already cast Grace as will. Double Grace? Amazing. So use good berry but with garlic bread, yeah. But you can feed everyone with the nutrients they need to live. It is a super good berry. Garlic infusion. At 8th level, you gain the ability to infuse your weapons with the power of garlic, which causes them to deal an additional 1d12 poison damage because of food poisoning. Great. This does twice the damage against vampires. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. Vampires, garlic, yeah. This increases to 2d12 at 14th level. Ooh. So you rub your bread against your weapon and it is magically poisoned. Cool. Delicious Retribution. Starting at 17th level, you may send those opposing your deity away forever. Ooh, that's scary. What's this? You may use an action to bring any creature with less than 100 HP and an alignment opposite of yours to 0 HP. You must make a long rest before you can use this feature again. Put is healed for 1 HP per berry and can never get sick from eating them since they heal you. Yeah. Good berries are insanely good just to bring anyone back from 0 HP, by the way. Yeah. This is insane. You may use an action to bring any creature with less than 100 HP and an alignment opposite of yours to 0 HP. Oh, you evil? Boom. You're dead. Doesn't matter. Your HP is 100 or less. They are dead. No saving throw, no range, no anything. You just nuke them. Amazing. I gotta check the second one. You either get today's of this next, or perhaps instead of your simply take it to its ideals of the idea of the holy bread itself. Either way, you believe in feeding the hungry and bringing garlic bread to all who need it. To stand against injustice, tyranny, and the evils that all garlic bread haters like vampires try to bring forth. Since D&D Beyond is not allowing me to process with the 7th hour of purity, 2nd radiance. Okay, we got those spells at 7th level. It's a D&D Beyond version of the garlic bread domain from art unearthed at Kana, posted by you, Lady of Luck, which was inspired by Willow the Kitsune here on D&D Beyond. I have made small changes in the language. Okay, so this is an alternate version if you want the modded one. Bread Knight Expert. At first level you become proficient with martial weapons and cook utensils. Okay, you already have that proficiency. You can get another proficiency and alchemy supplies. Okay, more proficiencies. Divine Baker. As an action, you can cause a piece of scrumptious garlic bread to appear in one of your free hands. The piece remains toasty and delicious until the end of your next long rest. When it turns into a sprinkle of garlic, when it turns into a sprinkle of garlic powder. Alright. A creature can eat one of these pieces of bread as a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d4 plus your wisdom modifier. Okay, this is the good berry effect. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. Minimal once. To gain spend these uses when you finish a long rest. Channel Divinity, Satiate Hunger. Okay, you can feed. Okay, let me skip it because it's pretty much the same but reflavored. Choose up to 10 creatures within 30 feet of yours. Each creature becomes comfortably and full and gains food enough nutrients to survive for 24 hours with additional food and temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus half your cleric level. So this is a food plus 8 spell. Amazing. Channel Divinity, Food Coma. You present your holy symbol and target one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. They must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or gain one level of exhaustion. If they had no level of exhaustion prior to using this skill, they instead gain 2 levels on a failure. Okay, just exhaust them right off the bat. It's pretty much the same stuff, but with a little bit more mechanical features. At 8 level, you gain the ability to infuse your weapon straight with garlic energy. Okay, it is the same one. Oh, this is acid damage. It is not poison. The damage increases by 1d8 if the target is an undead. The spells, okay, it is not limited to vampires now. You can use it on other creatures, which is good. The spell's damage increases by 1d8 when you reach 14 level 2d8. If the target is an undead, damage is increased by 3d8. Yeah, it is the same but with more polished features. Delicious Vengeance. At 17 level, you gain the ability to cast Power Word Kill once without spending a spell slot. It is not added to your spell list and cannot be prepared, but it counts as a cleric spell for you during its casting. When casting it using this feature, the spell can only target a creature that has dealt damage to you since the start of your last turn. Once you use this feature to cast a spell, you can't use it again until you finish 1d4 long rests. Okay, this one is more restricted, but it is more mechanically accurate. It doesn't sound as cool as just the other one, where you make them go away. Just go away, boom, dead. Alright, so that is the garlic bread domain. To be the master chef of your party, pick this one. But yeah, this is gonna be all for tonight. I hope you guys had fun. I had a lot of fun reading this. If you have any ideas of what you wanna play your next character, you already had a lot here. So yeah, I'm gonna close this window. No, I don't have to close it. I'm gonna go to YouTube anyway in a bit. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna play more Omori tomorrow, I think, so look forward to it if you guys want to see me play games and not talk about subclasses on D&D, then games will be back tomorrow or today because it's already Saturday on my end. So yeah, good stuff. I can't wait to make a garlic domain cleric. Okay, you guys take care, do not sleep too late, and these were ridiculous but fun nonetheless. See you next stream. Yeah, thank you for joining me, and if I do one of these again, I'm gonna maybe look at some other stuff. Maybe we'll go back to spells. Spells are always fun. But yeah, see you all next time, so take care and don't sleep too late and all that stuff. That was my honest reaction to that information. What was your reaction, Danny? Garlic bread? Oh, ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Alright, I'm heading to bed now, so bye bye.